Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ears Out, where the talk is heavy and not light. I am your host today, Majestic, aka Ayobami. Yes, this is Ears Out. I know you're not going crazy. Today, I am going to be your host simply because this is the last episode of this season.
Woo!
And we had to interview the one and only, the dancer, the actor, the sexy, the gorgeous Vintage.
Oh, you gotta keep going, keep going. I love it. How are you, sir?
Why do you always look good? Let's start from there.
Because looking good is an more priority, mommy. Oh, does that look good?
You always do.
Yeah.
Yes, you're doing a good job at it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How does it feel to be on that side instead of this side?
Now I see how the guest feels.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely see how it feels. It's
Yep.
nerve-wracking, I ain't gonna lie to you. It is. Because I'm like, oh my God, what is he gonna ask me?
Oh, yeah. So to every guest, that was here this season, I want to let you know that I am here to give justice to what she did to you. Okay. So, everyone at home, please sit down. This is about to be fun. You're about to have a good time. And you're about to learn about your host, Vintage. So let's start with your question. How's your mental?
Whew. Going mad.
Wait, we just started. You can. You need more room for it to go bad. We just started. How are you doing?
I am doing great. Blessed to be alive.
Mhm.
You know, that's one thing I can't complain about. I have life.
You have life.
Mhm.
This is facts. As long as you can breathe,
Yes.
we thank God.
Yes. We do.
As someone that's a fashionista, if I can call it that,
Of course.
explain your fit.
Ah. I wanted to go luxury.
Okay.
I wanted to do me. Because if you look at this, people are like, yeah, it's
That's you.
vintage. You know,
It is you.
that's me.
It is you.
Yes.
Is there something that you would say influences your dresses? Is there someone, for example, you look up to? Is there like where does your inspiration come from for fashion?
Okay, so I like old school. You know, I love vintage. Vintage never dies. Okay, let's see that right now. Vintage never dies.
You know what that
So, and also I have to give it to my girl Riri. So I have a mixture of vintage and Riri style. Nah.
really as in Rihanna?
Yes,
Okay,
Rihanna, the one and only Rihanna.
You gotta. All right. So you grew up in America.
Yes.
Can you take us back to what it was like for little Vintage?
Oh man.
What was our dreams? What was our goal? What was it like growing up here?
I can't lie. Growing up here really gave me a lot of opportunities, you know, especially with education. So I would say I was hard headed. I was a hard headed child. I do what I want to do, you know. I was very vocal. Among my siblings, I was the most vocal one. Um,
You still are.
yeah, I'm still very much vocal, which is not a good thing in an African home, being vocal.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah, but like, is that an advantage though or a disadvantage? Like, do you really see it as a disadvantage because you're from an African home?
It could be both. It could be an advantage and a disadvantage because at the end of the day, the advantage about it both is like you're sticking by what you believe.
Right.
And sometimes they could look at it as okay, she's not who we want her to be. She's who she wants to be. You know, she gonna stand for what she wants. If she says she gonna do this, she gonna do this. If she says she's not gonna do this, then Tisha's not gonna do it. So, and the disadvantage is, cussed out, getting disciplined. That's the disadvantage.
This is facts. But I feel like growing up from Africa, right? The discipline I feel like is different when you grow up here.
Oh, huh?
So you feel like you still got the same type of discipline?
I feel like I still got the same discipline because back in the day, our African parents, they didn't care about what the law gotta say, what the law don't have to say. Nowadays, kids, they'll put them in their spot. So nowadays, kids, they're more cautious about how they act towards the kids compared to our time frame. Our time frame, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, there's a huge difference. It don't matter if it's in America, in Africa. If they want to hit you, they still want to hit you. If they want to cuss at you, they're going to cuss at you. So it doesn't really matter if it's Africa or America. Now it's just slow down a little bit.
So it's the person that's doing the discipline. It's not necessarily the location.
Yes, he's the person.
Okay.
Yes.
When you were interviewing, I think El Frankie, you asked him a question about being raised off of law but survivor, and your answer to that question was being raised more of a survivor than Can you expand on that? This is years old, right? The talk is heavy and not. I told you guys, listen. I am here to avenge every single guest. Okay, so talk is heavy.
And not lights.
And not lights.
Aya really got me in the hot seat. He really, really got me in the hot seat. Like I said, I was raised off of love and survival, but as I got to a certain age, it was more of a survival type of aspect of things. Yes, my parents raised me in a way that a child should be raised. I was really disciplined, I ain't gonna lie. It's just that the emotions wasn't there, like you can give a child material stuff, but it's like if the emotion aspect of thing is not there, like the materialistic things don't really matter. It doesn't really matter. And then when you have to go out there in the world and figure out for yourself, that's when the survival mode kicks in. So, yeah.
So, I think it's fair to say that all the experiences you've had made you who you are today, right? Both the period of love and the period of survivor, everything came together to make what we see in you today. Knowing that, do you think the survival aspect of it was a negative?
At first, I thought it was a negative thing, but as time progressed, it actually was a positive thing, and it actually builds me to be a stronger person. So I'm actually glad I lean more on the survival in a younger age,
right,
compared to now, because like I told you, my parents, they still show me that love, so I feel like if I would have been around that for so long, I don't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do. So I'm so glad the way things happen, it happened that way, because it made me a stronger person.
I've there's been a lot of experiments on this particular topic, and that's one of the reasons why I asked. And I feel like growing up in Africa, or just Africans, because like you said, location really doesn't matter. Because if they get disciplined right by their own parents, that's what they'll do to you. A lot of us try to say, "Oh, I'm not gonna repeat my parents' mistake." Guess what? Most of them end up repeating that same thing. So if you get disciplined, you're most likely going to discipline your kids as well. And I think that when you look at how Africans are just doing in general, I feel like the discipline aspect of it prepared us for more than prepared us more than the love did.
Yeah.
Love is good. Don't get me wrong. It's very good because it's when a child feels love, there's some sense of security.
Yes.
There. But without the discipline aspect of it, though, you can ride that love to the point of no return. You really can, especially in this country.
That's true.
They tell you to not beat your child.
Yeah.
But guess what? When the child grows up and does something that they're not supposed to do, they will discipline that child for you. And now you don't want that.
Exactly.
We want to excel
Mm-hmm.
the way we've been doing.
Yeah.
All right. Now I think I'm going to ask a question that's on everyone's mind.
Oh, what's the question? Let me take a sip. We're gonna have to be ready for this. Mm. Ooh.
Are you ready?
Yes. Cool my chest.
Okay. Okay. So I'm getting a verbal yes. You're ready.
Yes. Ask the question.
All right. Miss Vintage.
Yeah.
Do you have a man?
I knew that was coming.
I think everyone wants to know.
Why?
What you?
Why does everyone want to know if I have a man or not? That's for me to know and for y'all to find out.
Well, when you host a podcast, where you get to talk heavy and not light, we kind of deserve to know. To an extent, there's a little bit
of my business. That's when the time is right, y'all will know.
When the time is right.
Yes. As of right now, that's for me to know and for y'all to keep wondering.
Ooh. So you're just gonna leave us like that?
Yes.
Guys, I tried. Trust me, I tried. Okay. We're still gonna stay on that man topic. Okay. All right.
Oh my god.
I've listened to all the episodes,
Mm.
right? I was here for all of them, so I did.
Yeah, you had no choice.
I had no choice.
And you remember them.
You have a certain view about men.
And what is that view?
Now, as a man, I am not here to defend men, right? I just want to peel under the mask of what you say, right on the outside. I believe you had some experiences that led you to that, led you to those. I don't want to call it a decision because it led you to those thoughts about men. Yet you guys cannot do without us.
Can you guys do without us?
We can, that's the point.
We need each other. Men need each other. Women need each other. We all need each other no matter what. We're just annoying at times, but we all need each other.
But okay, but like when you speak about men though, it doesn't sound more like annoyance. It sounds more like men can't get it right.
They really can't. They really can't.
What makes you think we cannot get it right?
Because y'all can't. It takes forever for y'all to develop. And every accident things.
Okay, no, that's true. That's true because women tend to mature earlier than men.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some matured men out there. There's some men.
1%.
What do you mean 1%?
1% and the 99% is just like who did what and where.
Do you think the issue is in men maturing or women not knowing the right men for them?
I think it's both. It plays both parts. Men not mature. I said sometimes as women, I'll speak for all women. I shouldn't say all women because I don't want anybody to tag me. You know, I'm speaking for some women and myself. Well, I'm speaking for myself, I should say. Like sometimes we don't know what we want. We literally don't. And you never know when the time is right. It just happens. It happens.
I think a lot of women don't. Okay, she's supposed to be the one talking. I feel like a lot of women, like you said, don't know what is right for them. And I think it's inevitable for you as a woman to stumble before you find the right one. And it's the same for men as well. Not every woman is right for every man, and vice versa. But what I think is going on is when you clearly, very much clearly, picked wrong, then you go blame the whole generation of men. I don't understand. Take some accountability for I saw the red flags, baby, but I ignored the red flags. Do you get what I mean? Do you get what I mean? Like, take some responsibilities for yourself as well.
Yeah, I understand that. I think both parties need to take responsibility for their own, accountability, depending on what they do. If you do wrong, accept that you did wrong. Blame the other party. If the other party did wrong, accept that they did wrong. Blame them. I feel like everybody should stop pointing fingers like you did this, you did that, you did this, and just worry about what you're doing and worry about what you need to fix within yourself. You can only control what you do, not what other people do.
That's facts. That's facts. Okay, yeah, that is facts. Yeah. But I still gonna say it's very important for you to know the type of person you're with.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I'm one of the guys that I don't go on dates. So like, okay, I meet you for the first time. Oh my god, I like you. Let's go out on a date. I tend to not do that because I cannot open my mouth to tell you that I want to date you if I don't know you.
Yeah.
And I understand the fact that the going on a date is supposed to get to know you.
Yes.
But I feel like when you know that that's what's going on, people tend to filter their characters.
Yeah.
Right? So then when you get into the relationship, those filters come off.
Yeah.
So then you get to find out who you are as a person. Now there is a mismatch.
Yep.
I tend to, like, I want to be your friend. Like, I want to know who you are.
Yes.
A lot of time doing that, the initial, oh my God, I like you, fades away because apart from the beauty, the character is not there to hold it up. So that's why I run away from dates. I don't do it. I don't.
I used to let people to stop labeling things and just have fun and just, if you meet somebody, you're kicking with them. If it goes off, it goes off. If it don't, if it's not meant to be, just let it go, And I like how you said start up as friends. It's good to start up as friends first and then jump to the whole girlfriend, boyfriend,
I really feel like it's the best model.
But there's no such thing as boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't even know where that came from. So, yeah, and then I don't think God knows girlfriend and boyfriend. I think it's just
there's courtship in the Bible, which is technically not boyfriend and girlfriend, but there's a period of courtship, which we're not supposed to be doing according to the scripture. We're not supposed to be doing all that we do as boyfriends and girlfriends.
That's why there's no such thing as that, because if there is, you're going to be tempted to do these things. And that's why even when you're doing your, tax thing, it's just single or married. There's no boyfriend. You don't see no boyfriend. I mean, you're not looking for a boyfriend or girlfriend. It's either single or married.
So is your argument more on the moral side of things or more on the religious side of things?
I mean, if I say religious, then I'll be contradicting myself, because I had to call somebody my boyfriend. I have to give 80% on the morals and then 20% on the religion side. So, yeah.
20% on the religion side.
And then 80% on the moral side.
Because I was going to say, you don't even need a boyfriend to do the things that, according to the scriptures, we should not be doing. So
But a boyfriend will tempt you to do the things you're not supposed to be doing.
anyone would tempt you to do the things you're not supposed to be doing.
Mostly men.
What?
Yes. Men, sometimes men don't know the answer. N-O. No.
Listen.
They see it as C. Yes.
Listen. It is. I don't know if it's scientifically proven, but there's been a study that shows it is a lot harder for men to say no than women to say no. And it's not just because of oh, he's a man or a woman. No, like there's biology behind this. The way men think is different from the way a woman thinks.
Yeah.
Men can just go off of attraction, and that's it. Like there's
They think with
literally
their dingaling. They think with their dingaling. Sometimes the people don't even have to be attracted. It's just if they just want to get it wet. They'll go for it. They don't care how the face is like. They used to say back in the day, put a flipper bag on her face.
Oh my god. Yo, that's wrong. See, that's just wrong. Oh my god. But anyways, my point is it's a lot harder for men to say no than women. You guys have it figured out to an extent.
We do.
To an extent though. It's still possible for a guy to make a woman to a point where she's not able to say no. She cannot resist it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll give you guys that.
Of course.
Okay.
1 point.
All right. Let's move back into the serious side of things now. You've sat down across multiple talented, just phenomenal people. What is one thing that doing this podcast, having those conversations, has done to you positively? What are some things that you've gained from it? What are some things that you now see differently because of the conversations you've had?
Don't judge a book by its cover. And the reason why I say that is because people tend to judge people just by them seeing them, and then not actually reading the book, So, and then also, people have a lot going on. And then you look at yourself like, oh, I like this man as better than I think it was, or shit, I thought I was going to do this, but somebody else is having it more worse, So it gives me a sense of appreciation. Just appreciate life, appreciate what comes to you, and take opportunities when it comes. Don't backhand any opportunity.
Guys, I need to apologize.
What you apologize for?
I forgot to mention that she's also a business owner.
Don't make me shop shy, guys.
How could I forget that part of it?
I'm shy. He's making me shy. Oh, they know all my business.
I think you are an example of what a woman should be. From what I've seen, right? Having your own business at your age is not something that's like common.
It was written already.
It was written.
It was already written.
It was written.
Since it was already written. And I'm gonna give it a short story. Because you gotta praise God in all things, good or bad.
Hallelujah.
So it was already shown to me when I was younger. Like somebody literally, well, not somebody, like a pastor literally told me he sees me owning businesses when I was only in high school. He was like, he don't know where exactly at, but it's not in Rhode Island. That's exact those. So it was already written by God that I was meant to have businesses. And that's, like I said, that's why I want to do some things that will put me in the right place at the right time.
It's one thing to get the prophecy. it's another thing to that to me.
Yep. It's where our work is one.
There's a lot of prophecies that just died at what it was, just a prophecy. You took some steps to get to the point where you can call yourself a business owner. What type of it's a determination that you have to make. But what is the push behind that? You can have a 9 to 5, right? And be comfortable earning every 2 weeks, or maybe it's a salary, or hey, that's an option too. But what's the push to go beyond the prophecy to like manifest it into real life?
I'm trying to break generational curses. Like, honestly speaking, like, I'm trying to be the pillow to my family, if that makes sense. Like, I'm trying to be the one, the open vessel for them. And, like, honestly speaking, after my sister lost her child's father, it literally pushed me more to, like, my sister can't do it, mom. So I know you see my phone, my nephew's on my on my phone screensaver, and that literally every time I look at that, go like I could push myself, because he has to have a good life, and I don't want him struggling. I don't want him struggling. I want my sister struggling because I love my siblings. I love my siblings to death, and I don't want them struggling. I want to be the one that I provide for them. Let them live that soft, good life, And I don't want to work for a white man. Sorry.
Clock it.
I don't. It's like I never really like working. I low key hate working. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me rephrase it back. I hate working for other people. I like it for myself, my own time, do my own thing. So that's part of the push too. Family and just determination. Just want to do things for myself. I don't want to be nobody's son. My time.
I think that's the best answer I've heard for that question. Honestly, I think because this is your older sister.
No, younger.
Your younger sister?
Mm-hmm. My younger sister.
Wow. I've seen that picture on your phone.
Yeah, that's my nephew.
And the first time I saw it, I was like, wait, is she not telling us the whole story?
That's my nepson.
What's going on?
That's my nepson.
But no, that's really sweet. That's wow. That
pushes me every day to keep going. That's my child. So yeah, I have a child now. My nepson, my nephew, my son, A1. So
son. Now that we currently don't know if you have a man or not, we know that you've had experiences. So I'm just gonna ask it very clearly and very blunt. Dating in Minnesota versus dating in your home state, Rhode Island. What's the difference?
Well, when I was in Rhode Island, I didn't really have a boyfriend. People were shocked when I had a boyfriend because I don't really do relationships there. I would just do my own thing, I don't want nobody just clinging up on me, and I just want to do my own thing. So I got into a relationship in Minnesota, but the person was not from Minnesota. They were from the East Coast.
Okay.
So
was it a long distance relationship?
No, we was living in Minnesota together.
Okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't a long distance relationship. No, it wasn't.
So that's the only experience you got?
Yeah, I never really had a relationship with like a Minnesotan. Like I talked to a Minnesotan. We dated. I won't consider it like a relationship because I don't consider dating as as a relationship, as a serious relationship. I only have one serious one serious relationship in my entire life.
Have you dated a Nigerian before?
No, and I'll never. I love my Nigerians. Forgive me, Nigerians.
Do you though? Do you?
Nigerians, I love them. I love my Nigerians. Like, I love my Nigerians. They love me. I love them. We both love each other. You know, but I just can't date a Nigerian because I've been around so many Nigerians. I know how they act, you know, and I can't deal with that wahala. I cannot deal with that wahala because, yeah, I just can't. Nigerians are fun to be around, you know, but in the dating aspect of things, well, I should say dating, and the relationship aspect of things, I don't see myself with a Nigerian. I'm sorry, Nigerians.
Okay.
I still love you though.
Who do you see yourself with?
To be honest, I don't know. I don't know.
Do you genuinely believe that men are different based on where they come from?
Sometimes, because cultural plays a big part. It really does. Because the African American act different than a white man, or a Jamaican man, or you know.
Yeah.
So it all comes down to sometimes where you come from.
Environment does play a big part in who you become as a person.
It does. It really does.
But I would say that being a man myself, I've seen similar traits in all men.
Like the cheater, the lion, the narcissist, hydrological liar. Yeah. Those are sounds of already aiming a man. Yeah.
I didn't ask you to start naming. That was not the question.
Oopsie.
Wow.
I made a mess.
But yes, I've seen similar traits. It's all I'm gonna
What
say.
similar traits?
There's no need to get into all
Because
that.
the one that I said is the one that is there's no other trait. What other similar traits besides the ones I said?
When a man actually loves you, you
When
will know.
the keyword when a man actually loves you. So the man has to actually love you to really
Yes.
show you.
Yes.
So you can't like the person and show the person. So
okay, I think that's just being a good human, not being a good man. Okay, that's a different thing. Because if I just like you, I can't cheat on you. We're not doing anything. I just like you, right? But in a relationship, if it doesn't actually, and I do know men do that where like they genuinely just there for fun and they don't necessarily communicate that, and then leave the lady wondering, was it me? Again, the red flags were there. You just weren't paying attention. Anyways, but when a man truly loves, he will learn how to love you. I don't think it matters where they're from. Yeah, that's as a man. That's just my opinion.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you got a point. Love doesn't have an environment.
That's true. All right. How we doing so far?
We're doing really good. You're doing good. I'm proud of you. Okay, check you out.
So is the seat still hot or?
It's very hot. So wait for it to cool down. It is hot.
Let's go to social media.
Oh, okay.
This is where we share this podcast.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So already there's a benefit.
Yes.
Right. It's a platform for people to, share their thoughts.
Yes.
But do you think people are taking advantage of that and just making noise?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. Social media, yes. People just making plenty noise. plenty, no reason. It's so annoying. It's just.
Do you think? I mean, because everyone has access to it.
Yes, everyone does.
You can say what you want. You can. Do you think it should be regulated, Or do you think it can be regulated?
I feel like we should be able to say what they want, but it shouldn't be like you should hurt our ears type of thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see it as like know what to say and when to say and how much you should say. Yeah.
What do you say about the fact that majority of the content that does well on social media are the stupid ones?
Very.
Yeah, there's a lot of good art, good conversations, good just advice. They don't get that much views.
You know what I call them?
What do you call it?
Quantity over quality. Nowadays it's quantity over quality. That then it was quality over quantity.
Right, because there was also limited access to this.
Yes.
So before you got a platform, someone believed that you had something good to say.
Yeah.
Now
You see the
just-
talent. That's
Right,
What, that's
that's
what,
it,
that's
yeah.
what music just up and looking like some type of way. Music nowadays just look like some type of way. They just put anybody.
So this is affecting every aspect of life, not just
Yes.
social media.
Not just social media, music,
Everything.
movies. Is now is quantity over quality. You got 2 million followers. Okay, we need you. They don't care if you can rap, sing. As long as you're followers, they need you. That's what it is. You got 2 million followers, 2,000 followers. They look at followers. You know,
Yeah,
that's what they look at, followers.
Yeah.
They don't care what talent you have.
You know, a part of me that has seen the other side of this production. I used to work for a studio. So I kind of understand the back end of things as well. They need to make their money.
Yeah.
And you're the money as the viewer. So I feel like the audience are the ones that are driving this. If it's clearly a stupid content, if it doesn't get engagement, no one will invest in it.
That's true.
But the stupid contents are getting more engagement than real, authentic content. So as a studio head, you want to make money. Like this costs money.
Yeah, it does.
Right? If you're an investor that's not necessarily invested in the theme, right? You care about making your money back. And you care about, okay, who would actually want to watch this? And most time is the stupid stuff that people want to watch.
Yeah.
Honestly, like
That's true.
It vexes me because it really doesn't make sense. Like there's a lot of content out there. Listen, you were talking about joining a book club,
Which I am in.
which you are in, which is good, right? There's a lot of opportunities like that. Sharing what you learned from that book that will benefit you, that will uplift you. There's a lot of content like that out there. But what you want to watch is just listen, like
social media is not like social media no more.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not. But in the midst of all, why was it important for you to start a podcast like this? Yeah. The talk is heavy and not light.
So I always wanted to do a podcast. This vision came to me 2019. But I didn't know like what I should talk about. Because I love to talk, you know? So I'm like, well, what should I talk about? You know, so I was like, dang, what should I talk about? And then 2024, the name Years Out came to me. I was literally on my computer desk and Years Out. And I'm like, and my cousin was in the living room. I was like, yo, Ears Out, Ears Out. He was like, Ears Out? Well, Belinda, what are you talking about? Always doing some weird shit. What do you mean ears out? And I'm like, because when you're talking, what's out? was listening. He was like, your ears. I was like, yes, your ears are out. And again, I was shy. So I wanted somebody to be there with me to do the ears out. But that's not the plan of God. That's not what God wanted. God wanted me to just do it by myself and have people share their stories. So, yeah. So that's how Ears Out was created. From 2019, I got the vision. 2024, got the name. 2025, we made that move.
Would you say this is more for the audience at home or the people you bring on to share their story as well?
It's for both. Because the people that I bring to share their stories can inspire the audience. Well, the audience can relate to people that's on the show. So it's both. You give an experience and you learn the experience. And you're relating.
What do you want people to take away from this?
That everybody has a story. And not every shoe size is the same. You know what I'm saying? You can't fit into my shoe. I can't fit into your shoe. I don't know how your walk is. You know how my walk is. So, so I'm a very curious person, and I always wanted to know, like, how did this person get here? What did they go through? Why they going through this? So I feel like Airs Out was a perfect place to hear people's stories, hear their experience, hear their insights, their takeaways, without them feeling like they're in a box. We can have, it's a safe space, and Airs Out don't discriminate. No, we don't. We don't care if you're a celebrity, if you got 1.2 million followers, 100 followers. You don't care. We want your story. We want you to come and tell your story because you could change your life. You could change somebody's life. You know,
I think podcasts like this are important for our society, especially today.
yes.
Because, like I said, there's less and less of content like this out there
Yes.
because everyone wants to run towards what's funny,
Yes.
and trust me, being behind that camera, I've had a lot of laughs. Okay. I've had a lot of laughs from the podcast, but I've also had some moments that got me to really think, that got me to really examine my life, got me to examine my goals, got me to examine my intentions. Right?
That means we're doing the right thing. That means Ears Out's doing the right thing.
Right. Right. This is a call for you to be patient with yourself. Listen.
Oh, have your ears out.
Oh my God. Listen. Like, I understand that what's trending right now is what people want. And I almost can guarantee you it's gossip.
Yeah, it is.
It's
gossip.
Something that's not going to benefit your life in any way, shape, or form.
And I don't like gossip. Gossip irritates me.
You know?
I don't like gossip.
This
I don't.
This may be stereotypical, but you're a lady.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I do my little talking here and there.
Right.
But I'm not gonna sit here having a full-blown conversation about somebody or something and just talking and gossip. It's like, oh, we're gonna talk about? You know, we can have a little here and there talk, but it's just like, is that the full conversation? You know, I don't do that. It just irritates me.
That's good. I don't like gossip.
Yeah.
I guess it's like the moment you start talking about someone else to me, unless it pertains to me, like
For real.
unless there's something I can learn from it, like if you're sharing it just to like make fun of, I'm not there because like I'm not getting anything for it.
That's a bad.
I am really paying attention to what I invest my time in.
Yes.
Because whatever it is I invest my time in will have its own yield.
Yep. That's a fact.
If it's just laugh, I'll get the laugh at the time, but that's it.
Yeah.
There's nothing afterwards.
Yeah.
This is why podcasts like this are very, very important.
Very.
And kudos to you, honestly.
Thank you.
Yes, it's a vision from God, but again, there's a lot of visions that has died as that.
Ugh.
Just
Because it's not easy.
it's not.
It's not easy.
It is not.
It's not.
A lot of people think starting their own business is easy.
Because oh, there's all your money. People think I have $1 million. You have like
You end up
think your money
working,
works like that?
you end up working more than you 8-hour days doesn't exist.
It
for
doesn't
your
exist.
business.
It's 24 hours around the clock, 24/7, 24/7. People don't understand it's 24/7. You don't have a break. You don't have rest. You're just going, and you don't know. You're just going. It's just yeah. You're just going.
How are you balancing it all?
I don't even know. I'm gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be frank, honest with y'all right now. I don't even know. I'm not gonna lie. Some days I feel like just wanted to like give up. Some days I be like, oh my gosh, like, because imagine you have to wake up, attend to the 9 to 5. Then after attend to the 9 to 5, you can't leave it right there. You got to attend to your own goals. After 9 to 5, just drain you. Especially with for corporate. Yeah, it's tough, but I must say, God carries me on.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen to that. I think it is very important for everyone to have a relationship with God.
It really is.
There was a point where I quit my job. Now it was not a.
You were so brave.
It was not. I would not advise anyone. Say, hey.
That's what we need to be breaking these generational curses of quit. We need to be quitting our jobs.
We do, but we need to do it with sense.
Yes, because these bills will attack you.
Listen. I quit because it was getting in the way of my creativity. My mind works mostly at night. That's why most times that I just don't sleep early. Majority of my creative stuff are done at night. Can't really be doing that when you have to resume at like 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Like it drains you. If you do that today, tomorrow you can't because you don't even have enough sleep. Your brain is not properly rested.
Yes.
So you can't really be creative. So I quit. At the same time, like these bills are not going to pay themselves. They're not. It's just fact. They're not gonna pay.
I feel like bills are there to like stop us. That's why they put bills in place to stop us.
Yes.
That was a way to like. They was like we have to stop.
You need to have some type of chokehold.
Yeah, on the and it's bills because they know they can't leave us because they have bills.
Now it's really tough to break out of it. It's
really
very
is.
very tough.
It really is.
As the host of the show, can you give us some advice on how to navigate heavy moments? This is not I feel like I've lived it, okay? I have lived it where I just sometimes I avoid conversations just because it's just way too heavy. You host a podcast where you talk to people about that and you get them to share their stories. What type of advice do you have for people struggling to share their story, to even face the reality of things for themselves?
Woo, that's a good question. That's a really
I tried.
That's a really, really good question. What I'll tell them, fear is an illusion. Fear is an illusion. If you be sunk into that illusion, you will lose it all. Especially yourself. Because you're not going to get to the next level. You can't be afraid to do something or feel like you can't do it. You could do it. Let that fear go. And one thing I will say is always keep God in your corner, no matter what it is. For me, I talk to God every day. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I talk to God every day. I roll my eyes out to him like, God, I need you. But it's like I feel that plays a big part. Talking to God and just expressing yourself to him and just crying out to him. It would change him. Trust me. It would do about it. Y'all should try that. Just cry. Just bawl everything out. It's really gonna release a lot because we carry so much burden, so much weight on ourselves. And I feel like crying is a therapy. Crying it's a therapy. You're not gonna look stupid. Who cares? Just cry. Cry it out. Yeah. My advice is cry it out and don't be afraid.
Cry out and don't be afraid.
Yeah.
God is your therapy.
Yes. Very much so is. He very much so is my therapy. Always been my therapy. Always been there for me. Nobody can tell me God is not real. And nobody can tell me he's not real. Like nobody can tell me. Because I have had moments and I experienced where he was there for me. So yeah. My faith is strong within God. Heavy.
Do you have anything that you want to say to us that I did not ask?
You probably wondering where my name came from. Vintage.
Why vintage of all things? Why vintage of all things?
People been wondering why I call myself vintage. That's the question I get asked a lot. Why I call myself vintage? First of all, nobody can really pronounce my name. I always get Alyssa. I always get Alita. I always get Alicia. Like my name is Alinta.
Alicia is crazy.
Yeah, Alicia, Alita, Alyssa. That's all I get. So first of all, nobody can really pronounce my name, so I just make it short for them. Vintage. And vintage never dies.
That's true.
You know?
That's true.
You know? And for social media, I started with Facebook first. I was like, no, I lied. MySpace, but forget that. But Facebook's where you connected with family, friends, loved ones, whatever. And I was like, people gotta know my name, my government. So it was my government name. But then when Instagram came about, I was like, I want to be more mysterious, because my government name is my corporate, that's my corporate side. So I was like, I gotta come up with another name because I love entertainment. I gotta come up with another name that's my entertainment side. And I was like, I love vintage. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna call myself vintage, but added another E because I'm extra.
Mm-hmm. E for extra.
So yeah, and I am a thrifter. I love thrift when I was younger. So the name became about when I was in high school. So yeah, and that name stuck with me.
Thrifting.
Yeah.
So you feel like you've been into fashion for the longest.
For the longest. I got girls into thrifting, I got people into thrifting, like, yeah. People don't admit that I'm their moon board. It's okay, but I mean, Rihanna's my moon board, so back then they didn't make me their moon board, So I be seeing it.
You know what we need to do more?
Well,
and I'm including myself in this because I think I can help. You need to take more pictures.
Yeah, I suck with pictures. I also said I do the same pose. You know what the news when we come back on?
The battery's dead.
No! This is too on.
Listen, that.
This is too on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right.
You see both of us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, people say I have the same pose, which I don't care because I'm not photogenic. I'm videogenic.
Who says you're not photogenic?
Because I don't really know how to take pictures like that. I'm videogenic. I'm more like a video person compared to a picture person. When you put the camera in my face, but when it comes to pictures, I do the same pose, like you said. I do the same pose. And that's it.
We'll explore that.
Yes, we will. We really will.
We'll change that.
We will need to change that.
All right. I think to wrap this up, we need to cheers.
Yeah.
For season 1.
Yes. Well, God did it, man.
God did it.
God did it.
it has been a fun journey on this podcast with you.
Yeah.
I know it's going to greater places.
Yes. Amen.
And I know for sure season 2 will be.
They're not ready.
Oh my.
They're not ready for
Jessica.
season 2. What?
Oh my Jessica. Listen. Season 2.
What?
Cheers.
Just cheers. Life is so good.
This is
Life is good.
you introduced me to this on the very first episode,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm hooked. All right. Thank you guys for watching this episode. It means a lot. Please like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell that friend to tell their friends as well. We're growing a community here.
Yes, we are.
The good type too.
Yes.
It's not just for gigs,
Yes,
right? We talk about life.
we do.
We give life lessons.
Yes, we do.
And you will learn a lot.
Yes, you will.
So thank you.
Yes.
And she's still the host. So I will let her end this.
Oh, you're so sweet. I try. Thank you, Io. I must give you your flowers. This man, Io.
Hey,
Io,
we said Andy too. I know say talk about me now.
No,
I'm shy.
Io. You are like the engine, the steering wheel, the brakes to ears out, like the car to ears out. Like literally. Without him, I don't even know where ears out will go. Like honestly, he does the shorts videos, he does the recordings, and he's always here, doesn't complain. He do what he gotta do. And it's just me and him. Just me and him. Nobody else. It's me and him. And I just want to say thank you, Io. I am very blessed to have met you. I am very honored to have crossed your path. And I just want to say thank you for all you do for Ears Out. Ears Out loves you deeply. Don't go nowhere else. Y'all don't steal him from us. Don't be the thief in the night. You know, y'all be that devil that came to kill, steal, and destroy. Now. But, yeah, I'll thank you. I really appreciate you. Honestly do. I really appreciate everything you do for Ears Out. The videos, all the videos. I don't do nothing. All I do is just post. Io does it all. He gives it to me, and I post it. So, he's the starter packet. I'm the ender pack. You start and end it. You know, we're a team for life. Thank you, Io. Thank you for you for yourself. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Ears Out will be nowhere without you. Thank you. May God continue to bless you. Igwe. Yes. Y'all get at him. He's the best of the best of the best. You get the job done whenever you need it. Get. Peace out. Bye.
Thank you. Bye guys. See you in season 2.
Yeah. See ya.